My name is Tammy, and I am the owner of Lanacia Candle Company. And for those of you who are new here, I say welcome to my channel. And for those of you that are coming back, welcome back. In today's video, I decided to shift a little bit and do a get to know me better video. So I picked out 10 questions to answer. Yes, I did find them on the internet, and I figured why not do a video based on these 10 questions and give you guys a little insight on who I am. So without further ado, let's get into these questions. Alright, so in today's video, I figured I would shift gears a little bit and just give a little break between the whole candle making process and me testing out these new products to add to my line. And I figured I'd just do a quick 10 questions about getting to know me a little bit better. I love answering questions. It helps me with my communication skills a little bit better because I struggle, believe it or not, with keeping up conversations. So when questions are asked to me or brought up in the middle of a conversation, it tends to keep me going further than expected. So today I went on to the internet and I found a list of questions, and I picked out 10 questions that I can answer right now on this video. So we are going to get started with the first question. So the first question on my list is, how tall am I? So I am 6'2". I believe I am the tallest female in my family. I come from a family of a lot of tall people, so that gene runs straight through my father's side of the family. And he was actually 6'9". My brother was 6'5", and I have a few cousins that range from 6 feet all the way up to 7 feet. So I come from a tall family. So the second question is, do you have any pets? And the answer is yes. You've probably seen him in some of my videos. I have one cat right now. He is a Bombay cat, and his name is Spinks, and he's in the background right there. Every time I record a video, it seems like he's always around. But yes, I have one cat as of now. But I do want a dog, and I do want another cat in the household. I did have 3 cats before. One lived until he was 21 years old, and that was my first cat ever. But yes, as of now, I just have one cat. So the third question on my list is, what is the first item on my bucket list? And I know for bucket lists, a lot of people always pick a place that they want to visit. But the first item on my bucket list is to own a house. I have been wanting to move out of the city for so long, and it is the first thing on my list to just have a house where I can have my own space, where it is peaceful and I have a calm place to come home to, especially as I'm getting older and older. You know, city life, I just want to do the city life on the weekends or at night from time to time, but I really just want some place where I can come home, relax, and not have to worry about apartment living. I've lived in apartments all my life, so I think it's kind of time for a change now. The fourth question on the list is, what are my life goals? And my life goals have changed a lot. It went from, as a kid, everyone always wants to go to school, you know, get your college degree, get a job, get married, have kids, have a house, that sort of thing. But my life goals have changed a lot. And currently, my life goals for me, I would have to say, is I want to continue to progress as a person. I want to continue to find out who I really am as a person and understand myself better. That's more internal. The outside, I would love to have my business, both of them, up and running and being successful. I also would love to travel a little more outside of the United States. I would love to travel a little more. And I just, I don't know. Those are like the main goals that I want to accomplish. Some of them, unfortunately, due to age and time, are no longer an option for me, but you never know. Anything can happen. But as far as that goes, yeah, I just want to find myself, to understand myself, and to make these two businesses successful, and to just live in a small cottage home somewhere and relax. That's really just my life goals right now. Now that can change in the next 2 months or the next 2 days. But for now, as I'm recording this, those are my life goals. Now the fifth question on this list is, what is your favorite thing to do when you have free time? So when I have free time, my favorite thing to do is to get on my phone and do this jigsaw puzzle app that I have on there. So anytime I have some type of downtime or I want to take a break from something, I always go on my phone and just do this jigsaw puzzle. It's relaxing to me. It's where I don't really have to think. I just have to piece together something, a nice picture, and it takes time to do it. So I always pick like 400 pieces instead of the regular 6, or I think they have 15 pieces at the lower end. So I like to do that. It's like one of my favorite things to do in my free time. But aside from that, the other thing, I'm just going to add something else there. The other thing I like to do is to just write. I love to write. I love to write about made up worlds, made up characters. Even if it's a poem that comes to my head in free time, I love to write. So I'm always writing in my free time when I'm not occupied by something else. Or I'm just doing my jigsaw puzzles there. Now the sixth question on the list is, what inspires you? And I had to really think about it, but really what inspires me is my mind. My mind, to me, is unique because it's always creating something. It's always going, it's always thinking. Even late at night, I can come up with an idea and it inspires me to either write something down or to develop a story in my mind or to just play out a scenario in my mind. And that inspires me to just push and do other things. So when my mind is being creative and thinking about stuff that isn't the normal negative things that's going on in our world, it inspires me and it pushes me to want to do projects, to want to do things and see things and get out and do more. So it sounds weird, but my mind inspires me. Now the seventh question on the list is, what is one thing you wish people knew about you? And I wish they knew that I was a friendly person. I don't like to call those things out, but it's just in me to be friendly. It's just in me to be polite. It's just in me to not judge people right off the bat. I'm on this journey now where I try my best not to judge others just because they don't think the way I do, or just because they have different opinions. I'm trying to, understand them more and get back to that mindset of when I used to just open up and understand people and where they're coming from and trying to see all sides of anything. So I wish people would give me the same chance that I'm willing to give them in getting to know them better. I feel like I don't get that opportunity a lot, but I know that I also play a part in that, and it's something that I need to work on. So the eighth question on the list is, what is one thing you love about yourself? This has always been a struggle for me because I'll be honest with you, I struggle to love myself. No, let me rewind that. I used to struggle to love myself a lot more than what I do today. Took a lot of work to get to just this point, but I'm still struggling with loving myself wholly. But there are some things that I do love about me, and one of the things I love about me is my creativity. My creativity has kept me afloat and saved myself a lot of times, a lot of times in my life. To me, I love being a creative person. I love seeing things go from my head down, whether it's down on paper or if it's some type of graphic that I've created or some type of 3D model that I've created. Yes, I went to school for 3D modeling. I always have been in a creative space, a creative atmosphere, and it's part because of my mother being the creative person that she was, and then the other part is just me continuing to try and be creative. Now, have I capitalized on my creativity? Not yet, but it is there, and I do get surprised at how many things I'm willing to try as long as it brings something that's creative and something that I can visually see come to life. That's what I love about me. I love that my mind, no matter what age I get, is still there. It still works. It's still refreshing to like think of things to do and go and research and then get the items I need and then make it happen. I just love that about myself, and I can't see myself if I was on the other end of not being creative. I don't think I would be this open of a person. So that's one thing that I love about me. Now, physically, I love my eyebrows. I love my eyes. It took me a while to get used to my height. A long while to get used to my height, but I love my height. And yeah, I feel like the more I work on myself, the more I start to love pieces of me that I didn't when I was younger. So yeah, that's what I really love about myself. So the ninth question on the list is, what's one thing you wish you could change about yourself? And to me, that's very easy. I wish I could get rid of my depression. I have major depressive disorder. And if you follow me on the Silent Torch and you used to read my blogs on my website, I talked a lot about my depression and where it came from, and also how I manage it today and the things I do to live with my depression. So I wish I could get rid of it. I wish there was a switch to just click it and I would click it off forever. But part of me feels that if I didn't have it, I wouldn't be able to help the people that I do help. Now, I wouldn't be able to help myself, first of all, get to this point, because this version of me wasn't always this version of me. So it did help me. It is a part of my life. I do manage it without any medication. I do a lot of cognitive thinking. I do a lot of being in a creative space, and working on boundaries and things like that. So it's a lot, to deal with, because it's not just the depression, it's the anxiety that I have. It's me being an introvert also. So it's a lot of things that compound onto it. But if I could change one thing, I would love to have a life where I didn't have to deal with my depression for as long as I've dealt with it. There are some people that have it for a couple of weeks and they snap right back into being themselves, and then there's others like me who it comes and goes and comes and goes and comes and goes for years and years and years, and that's my depression. It comes and goes. Now that I know what my triggers are, I know how to combat it a little bit better. But when I was younger, it was extremely difficult to deal with. But I don't know. I think it's like a badge of honor for me now. I don't look at it as something bad. I look at it as something that I conquered for the most part. I look at it now as, okay, when you show up, you're not going to stay for long, because we are going to put you back in the box, and let you stay there until unfortunately you come out again. So that's something that I wish I can change, for the most part. But I'm kind of glad that I'm able to manage it a lot better now than I did when I was younger. And then the final question on the list is, what makes you stand out from others? And I think what makes me stand out from others is because I don't follow like the trends and stuff. I don't follow trends. I don't keep up with the latest pop news or social media news. I'm not girl crazy or boy crazy over celebrities. I don't know. I'm just different. And I love being different. And I love being able to see the world through open eyes. And even the bad stuff, the good and the bad stuff, I see it all. I evaluate it all. I have my moments where I argue about certain situations, but then I take a step back and I try to understand those situations. So I think I stand out from others because I just don't fall into, well, I don't think I fall into a specific category. I think I'm just one of those who is on the outskirts just watching everything. So, which I observe a whole lot. And sometimes it drives me crazy at how much I observe so many things. But yeah, I feel like I'm just that person on the outside that's just looking at everything and trying to understand and trying to figure out stuff. Because some things are challenging for me to comprehend, and then other things I can't wait to dive in and like look further into it. So I think that's what makes me stand out. Aside from my height and being female and being 6'2", I know nowadays more females are a little taller, but when I was growing up, I was always the tallest female in the class. I felt awkward and different. So, yeah, that makes me stand out from everyone else. And I don't know, I feel like I'm on the rare breed of people that, you know, still hold the door for people and still say thank you and you're welcome, and still try my best to, you know, try and uplift someone, you know, or cry with them when they're feeling down. Even if I don't know them, I feel their emotions. It's the being an empath that I am. I just feel the emotions and stuff. So I see myself as different. I like being different. I like being a little weird. I like being outside of the box finally. I like not trying to fit into a box, even though I'm still working on some things like I did with my shirts and stuff. I just like doing things that's not like everybody else. So that's me. That's what makes me stand out from everyone else. All right, so that was it for today's video. A little insight on who I am as a person. I really enjoyed those questions. I'm glad I picked out those questions. They showed a little bit of just the random stuff and a little bit of the personal stuff. So I enjoyed those questions. And if you did, then feel free to ask me any questions in the comments down below that isn't too personal. Also, if you want to ask about mental health topics or issues, then I am more than happy to try and lend my knowledge on it. I really enjoy doing that on the Silent Torch blog that I used to have, and I really do miss it. I cannot wait to revamp it and have it up and running next year, when hopefully I have all this for the candle business settled and for my other business settled as well. I really would like to bring that blog back, but for now I'm just focusing on the candle stuff. But if you have any questions, then you can always DM me on Instagram under the Silent Torch, and I will try my best to give my input on what I know and what I've learned. But as far as this video goes, I really like answering questions. I love answering questions. And as long as it's not too personal, then I have no problem sharing. I try to stay as open as possible with some of the things that goes on with me. But yeah, that was it for today. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified when the next new video comes out. You can follow me on Instagram. All my links are in the description down below, as well as my Etsy shop, which is also in the description down below. I'm starting to revamp some of the pictures on Etsy and the descriptions, hopefully. And I'm also starting to go Imagine and set up a store over there as well. It's probably going to be similar to the Etsy shop, but I'm trying to get as much exposure as possible right now in this first year, because this first year is all about putting myself out there, and if there's different avenues I can take, then I'm going to try and take them. But you can get to my Etsy shop. The link is in the description down below, and if you sign up to the email list, you get 15% off on your first purchase of a Lanacia Marie candle, or I know I've rambled through that a little bit, or a wax melt, or in the future, one of the products that I'm currently working on. Now, I think I did enough talking for today. I really enjoyed this video. I hope you all did as well, like I said. And yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. So until next time, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. And don't forget to show yourself a little more appreciation. So until the next video, this is Tammy saying, take care, everyone.